All right, rookie quarterback preseason grades are in. Some of these kids look like future starters, and some of these guys look like practice squad projects. We're going to get all into it, but do not let the box scores fool you because coaches don't grade highlight yards. They don't grade calm. They grade calm and under pressure. They grade ball security. They grade repeatable reads. And today, not even today, on the show today, the real winners were the ones who showed those three things, not just big throws. Cam Ward had a very short outing, really just felt like a couple of minutes of play. I give him a B. He was very quick and decisive at times, no doubt. He did try to pull the old college ball play, rolling back into the right, holding the ball, trying to create for too long, but he'll learn quickly. Ask Shedeur, he went through it as well. It was real nice to watch him go through his reads as well and really let the play unfold, deliver and really just have that connection with Calvin Ridley early on and over the middle to start the second quarter was great. He did almost throw a really bad interception early on, and we saw that. But I would have liked to see more snaps and just obviously rush attempts. But it's all good, right? Like it's okay. Still give Cam Ward a B. Tyler Shuck with my New Orleans Saints had some nice dropbacks, nice anticipation, progressions, reads. I had a very nice throw actually to Kevin Austin Jr., but he couldn't stretch it enough to really haul it in. I thought it was a great route. Honestly, I did. It was a good play call, and it was a great throw from Tyler Shuck. It just, wasn't reeled in. Shuck was very decisive early on. I can definitely say that about him. He had a 2nd and 5 with about 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. It was just a very good pickup on the pressure and the quick decision. He was 5 for 8. 42 yards in the first half. He could have been 6 for 8 with almost 80 yards, if not for that incompletion to Kevin Austin. Now, he did have the pick 6. Clearly his welcome to the NFL moment. I mean, he stared the guy down. He should have never thrown that ball. That was the same corner that got burned by Kevin Austin on what should have been the catch earlier in the game, and he made Tyler Shuck pay. He read him, and he said, look, buddy, you're not going to fool me with the same thing twice. 1st and 10, 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Shuck did very well, picked up the blitz, went through his reads, and he just stayed moving and really lied on his feet, right? Like it was a nice touch throw. Absolutely beautiful 54-yard touchdown to Mason Tipton. I mean, an absolute bomb. Love the call, love the throw, love the connection. Now, there was a couple times that Tyler Shuck did hold on to the ball for too long, specifically in the middle of the second quarter when he ended up taking that 5th sack, drifted backwards. Then he just took, a really bad bump. So he's got to be more aware, right? Most definitely. I got to admit, guys, I was talking a lot of smack about Jaxson Dart coming into this season and being picked by the Giants. But, Steve, if you're still watching, I give your boy Jaxson Dart an A. PFF noted a very strong week for Jaxson Dart as well, an excellent passing grade of 80.7, so we'll give him an 81. Shout out to Terrell Owens. And a really high adjusting completion percentage rate on his drop back work as well. The coaches will like that deep ball timing, and they clearly did like that as it reflected in the takeaways and the remarks from multiple people around the league and from PFF. He did have just some simple out routes and play actions to get him warmed up, which is, really what you need for a rookie quarterback, right? I mean, he's going to have to just get the playbook opened up for him. Thought he did a pretty good job at eluding the rush right in his face on his 3rd NFL snap that he took in week 1 of the preseason. And, stepping up in the pocket did cause him to overthrow with some light pressure early on, but I think that's something that you can just coach out of him that really is a simple mistake. He's just got to trust his wits more in the pocket. Now, he did go from under center. That was a good, pump fake, step up in the pocket, but it seemed like he was kind of hesitant to let it go if he did end up having that read. I didn't see the all-22 tape, so I don't know if he had a read down the field. But, it was just a really smart and simple play that he showed us time and time again, specifically in one point, throwing to where the blitz came from on the screen early in the second quarter. He turned that into a great gain and really even a good read on the quarterback draw by Jaxson Dart as well. Now, he did have a near interception in this one. That was tipped at the line. That was not his fault. Absolutely beautiful touchdown throw to Lil Jordan Humphrey. Had a rusher in his face, took a big hit on a go ball that he threw very well, and Lil Jordan Humphrey, a former New Orleans Saint, brought it in. I thought he did a pretty good job at really not panicking, and just being very confident in what he was, and just what he was doing on the field there. He didn't feel timid or faked out, you know. He had plays break down with pressure, and he just gave what the defense gave him, right? Like, it turned into good gains quite a few times, and it really moved the chains for the Giants. And, you know, the most tape to look at was from Jaxson Dart. It shows that he can take his assignments. He doesn't try to do too much. He clearly has good wheels, which will be huge to implement into his game, and we saw him do that against Georgia. I think that win against Georgia really got him a lot of hype to be taken as a first-round quarterback again. Just keeping it a buck here on the show with you guys. He did have a couple of overthrows and some inaccuracies as well when he was rushed or really had to make a quick throw. He had a 2nd and 15 play with about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. That was a great play from Jaxson Dart. He slides to his left, avoids the pressure, really stays calm, and then just has the nice throw overall. And I mean, that's why they drafted him, right? Like, that is why they selected Jaxson Dart in the first round, because he's able to make plays like that. Play right after. He had some nice layering ability with the touch and just very solid vision. I mean, there were a couple times in the game I saw him look to the complete opposite side of the field from a check down to see another read on this side of the field. And that's just good for a rookie early on, right? Like, we see quarterbacks struggle with vision all the time. And not Tyler Shuck, Jaxson Dart looked really, really solid. Again, him and Shedeur had really the most tape to take away from everybody when you just go in and look at the film and, you know, what they actually did. Shedeur Sanders had an absolutely electric NFL preseason debut, and you cannot deny, you cannot hate, you cannot say he did not deserve to be a first-round quarterback. You cannot say that his success is only because of his daddy, because he went out on the field and he proved it. And I give Shedeur a B for his NFL debut in the preseason. PFF actually graded him very highly at an 82.1 overall, a 74.5 passing grade, and credited him with multiple big-time throws, no turnover-worthy plays on any of his snaps. The 3rd and 9 where he evaded the pressure, scrambled, slid for the first with the watch celly, like, he had everybody buzzing. We knew that, you know, Shedeur was going to bring that out once he got a big play. And if Shedeur Sanders can keep that element in his game, we might have another Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts on our hands. Seriously. Do most of your damage from the pocket, but don't doubt the legs. Now, like, I'm a pocket passer, but I can definitely break it out and show you that I'm dual threat, right? Corner blitz on 4th and 2. I mean, it clearly shook Shedeur Sanders. He tried the old college ball scramble, and it was, you know, it was ugly. We saw Cam Ward do the same thing. His first touchdown pass was just absolute cinema. Play action, rolling left, patience, layering the throw to where only one receiver could get it. A rookie did that, y'all. The NFL allowed that guy to fall to the bottom of the draft. He had a great pump fake and a second good scramble, you know, a nice flash of skills too. I really thought he did really well in that aspect. Really only one turnover worthy play, which was the close call on the almost interception that he had, but go figure, the kid is still adjusting to the league. A rookie known as Shedeur Sanders made this great play too. 2nd and 12, 2:17 to go in the second quarter, evades the pressure, directs his guy, and delivers a perfect touch throw to his receiver. That play, along with his 2 touchdown passes, were absolutely the best snaps from Shedeur Sanders. His second touchdown pass was also very ahead of schedule for a rookie. He avoided pressure, trusted the chip block that a lot of guys will kind of get sketched out about, but you have to trust that they're going to jump in at the last moment and provide that chip so you can get the throw off. Delivers a strike to the receiver. You can argue it could have been a little more outside, I'd say, for a safer throw, but Shedeur had an excellent NFL debut. Jalen Milroe, I'm also going to give him a B. He showed off his quick strike with the short throws and his snappy arm, rolling out to his right on the first down with about 10:42 to go in the game. He layers it in between 2 linebackers and underneath an over-top safety for a first down strike. I mean, just amazing, right? Like, we weren't seeing Jalen Milroe do that type of stuff at Alabama. And I'm just going to come on here and say this right now. Jalen Milroe could be the sleeper quarterback of this NFL draft class. Yes, I said it. I will take a sip of water and I will say it again. That was the sip of water. Here's the take again. Jalen Milroe could be the sleeper quarterback in this NFL draft. He's got the skill set. He's very raw, but he's got the skill set. The right coaching could take him from Trey Lance, Anthony Richardson to Teddy Bridgewater at his peak. I mean, you guys see the comparisons I'm trying to throw here. Like Jalen Milroe could be very good in the NFL. The read option he ran and what he really could have taken off on, like that's going to be so scary for him. And if Seattle can actually draw up some packages for him, he's going to get loose. He's going to do what he did to LSU with 3 rushing touchdowns in back-to-back years, multiple 50-plus yard runs for touchdowns in back-to-back years. I mean, just insane, right? He was incomplete on that 4th and 1 throw with about 4 minutes to go, but the anticipation, the kind of fake out on the scramble attempt, you could kind of tell he kind of jutted forward before he ended up, lobbing it down the field. But it was in between 2 defenders. It, was just had a little too much mustard on it. He fell short. The kid's got a snappy arm, man. I will say that. And he can really layer throws at a good rate, just something that we didn't really see. Quinn Ewers, I'm going to just, again, we're keeping it a buck here on the show. It's an F. It's an F. It's an F for Quinn Ewers. Are y'all shocked? This guy's the reason that Texas did not win national championships. This guy is the reason why he was a 7th-round draft pick. He's very sloppy. He's lackadaisical. It reminded me of Will Levis early on. Just a lot of air under his throws, not a lot of effort or drive coming out of his throws. I mean, he did have a tight window throw that the Bears defender did, kind of try to undercut, and he squeezed it in there. But I'm not sure if it was luck or a really good throw. But he did have 2 strip sacks that were absolutely hideous. So really no positive takeaways outside of that one thing that he squeezed in there. So it's an absolute F for Quinn Ewers. Maybe the biggest surprise of the NFL weekend was Riley freaking Leonard. His NFL preseason debut really was a true mixed bag. Like, he had flashes of running and explosion, a couple of clean throws, but also some turnover-worthy mistakes and really some inconsistent passing mechanics that he really needs to tidy up if he wants to succeed at a high level in this league. He was 50%, 12 for 24, 92 yards, an INT, 4 rushes for 34 yards. So he did show that scramble and breakaway ability, which really is like the highlight of his game, right? Led a touchdown drive in the second half after he came into the game. Crisp 24-yard dot arrow laser to Laquan Treadwell. Looked really great too. And he got extended reps because Anthony Richardson left with a dislocated pinky. Obviously Anthony Richardson's really going to be going through that. But when you look at his strengths, like, it has his athleticism and his escape value is what's always popped off the tape for him, being able to extend those plays, pick up chunks on the ground. That's a real asset for a young quarterback in live action. Now, if you can just combine his arm with that, it's going to be great. He's got a big play potential arm. You saw that on the Laquan Treadwell, but he needs to work on some more timing, a couple of other medium to deep throws that did look good, but they could have some more touch and, just better anticipation. He did have some composure on a touchdown drive as well. He did come in. He did lead the team to a score. And coaches notice that, like, if the team is able to rally around the quarterback's captain mindset and leadership mentality, the coaches, again, that's one of those intangibles. That's one of those locker room presence things that you really can't, like, put a value on because it's so great. But then when you look at the cons, accuracy, the consistency, again, he was 50%. He did have the ugly interception. He should have never thrown it. He had the underlying ball placement, some decision-making issues when he was under, some rushes as well. And this is a small sample size. Preseason reps are usually pretty curated. They're pretty scripted. So the real test is going to be seeing his 3-game tape or meaningful regular season action. So, again, a mixed bag. He's progressing. It's enough flashes to stay in the conversation for Riley Leonard, but it's really not enough to yell, okay, like, he's ready yet. So, like, the stat lines are nice and all, but the tape is the real truth, right? Like, Tyler Shuck flashed his big arm and mobility that makes coaches sleep easier. Shedeur Sanders looked surgical and PFF, and the fans absolutely loved it. Jaxson Dart surprised people, high grade. Jalen Milroe, Riley Leonard really surprised people as well. Quinn Ewers look absolutely horrible. And unfortunately, the number 1 pick in Cam Ward had the most limited snaps. Translation, the names you'll keep hearing on this show and other outlets that you get your media on, those are going to be the guys that combine the calm decision-making and the clean mechanics without turnovers. Those are going to be the guys that clearly get the roster shot, not the one deep shot that Anthony Richardson throws to Alec Pearson. It's put on a t-shirt, and now Anthony Richardson's fighting for his job against Daniel Jones. So let's just keep it real, guys. Let's just call it what it is. So who's going to repeat this? Who stops turning the ball over, and which quarterback gets that real first team exposure and still looks steady and just ready for the opportunity?
Hey, it's AJL here. Appreciate you sticking to the end of the video here on YouTube. You could have chose any other show, but you chose my video, and for that, I'm very grateful. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Hit the bell on the channel so you never miss a post. Check me out on all social media platforms. Right here, you'll find a chance to subscribe to the show, a related video, and a playlist. See you guys in the next one.